Welcome to the Ingress Insights podcast, hosted by Pokemon Trainer Jay. Ingress Insights is a podcast about the Niantic game Ingress. Listen each week for the latest news, updates and rumours. Let us know your thoughts by leaving a voice message or emailing us at the links in the show notes.
Additional intel available.
So, what is a power spot and why should you care about them as an Ingress player? Power spots are something that's been added to Pokemon Go. For Pokemon Go, they either come from unused way spots, so things that may exist in Ingress aren't used by Pokemon, that then appear as a power spot there. Many of them, however, come from a new database that Niantic have imported. So, Niantic Thibs has noted to enhance the density of locations, particularly in areas previously devoid of them. We've recently incorporated a fresh database of locations. Note that these locations were imported while not necessarily abiding to our Wayfarer criteria. So now that the Ingress duplicate check is live, you may see some of these on the map. You might see some random business or something that you click and it's got no description, a greyish photo, and doesn't seem to meet Wayfarer criteria. That will be a power spot that's been added from the database as mentioned by Niantic Thibs. So if you see a power spot on the map that's the little orange pin when you're nominating an Ingress, and there is something that's eligible there, say it's a mural that's there that's been somehow added as a power spot, but doesn't have a photo, doesn't have a description, then you could nominate it. It won't be seen as a duplicate by reviewers when they're looking at it. There have been instances where they've been seen as duplicates by appeal reviewers, so I'd be careful on that personally. But you can nominate things that are eligible, even if there is a power spot that's showing on the map there, because they won't be showing in Ingress, as mentioned. I don't know how it looks in places like India, where there's been Foursquare imports and things like that on the map. It must look horrendous, I think. I do want to highlight something else Niantic Thibs said in the Pokemon Go power spots topic on the forums that I'll link to as well. So, will power spots eventually become Pokestops or way spots? For the power spots generated from a new database, not at the moment, but you can start seeing those new locations on the Niantic map when submitting new way spots and also while reviewing. We are also working on a major update of the map which will allow our games to better serve more diverse locations on our map. So it seems possible the Ingress team may do something with the new database of power spots that's been added to the map. What they'll do with it, or if they do decide to do anything with it, I don't know, because obviously they were against all the imports and those got removed. I just want to highlight what you might be seeing on the map as the little orange pins where there's no description, a grey photo, and they don't meet Wayfarer criteria. That will be a Pokemon Go power spot that's been imported from this new database that Niantic Thibs has mentioned. Hopefully you can mostly ignore them and just nominate what you know is eligible anyway, but it's useful to see things on the map now that we do have the duplicate check live in Ingress. So that's all I want to cover off quickly on there. Thanks for listening to this bit. Thank you, agents, for listening to the latest episode of the Ingress Insights podcast. If you'd like to follow us on social media, you can do that on a few channels. So on Threads under the name ingress.insights, on Instagram under the name ingress.insights as well. Twitter/X, which posts episodes of the podcast, is under Ingress Insights, no dot in that one. And you can also watch these episodes on YouTube under Ingress Insights Podcast. You can send us a voice message by visiting the podcaster's Spotify page. And finally, you can buy Ingress Insights merch, such as mugs, pins, t-shirts, by going to freepublic.com/user/ingress-insights. And on there, you'll see all the designs that we've got listed at the moment. There are some new ones that will be coming up at some point soon, but you can buy your Ingress Insights mug, hats, t-shirts, tote bags, anything like that you want. Thank you again for listening. Hope you tune in next week. If you do like the show, please do rate it on the podcast service you're listening to. I look forward to speaking with you all about Ingress again.
Intel package transferred.